Tonight on Connecticut's news station, more bikers on the roads, more deadly crashes, more this summer compared to last. Some motorcycle riders blame distracted drivers. Tonight we look into this spike in fatalities.
A new program in New Haven would tear down dilapidated properties and put up affordable housing in its place. If the mayor's announcement of this land bank program didn't go quite as planned, we'll show you what happened.
And we have an important update tonight about the recall of deli meats because of listeria contamination. What you'll find tomorrow if you visit your favorite supermarket.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we begin tonight on the forecast, and it is shaping up to be a beautiful weekend. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. We want to send things right over to Chief Meteorologist Rachel Franklin. Rachel, how long is the rain staying away? Because we got plans this weekend.
We got 2 full days that are rain-free. 3 if you added today. Okay, so we'll take it. Nice, sunny, warm, and dry weekend. The next chance for showers is immediately after the sun goes down Sunday night. So we're going to make it through just right. 69 degrees the current temperature for Hartford. We're in the mid-60s in Windham and 72 in the New Haven area. Overnight lows, it is going to be refreshing and comfy out there, dropping back into the upper 50s to low 60s. So it's an open up the windows kind of night out there. And here's a look at some of those overnight lows. 56 in Windham, 58 for an overnight low temperature in Waterbury. Not quite as chilly down towards the shoreline, but still 64 in New Haven. Heading into the day tomorrow, as we're moving through the mid to late morning, temperatures start to climb up into the 70s. They're rising fast. And by afternoon, we're looking at high temperatures climbing into the mid 80s for most of the state. And those 80s will stick around into the early evening as well. Maybe you're doing some grilling. UV index is 7 with mostly sunny skies. That means burn time is in about 30 minutes. And Sunday's looking great too. We're thinking lots of sunshine and the humidity stays low with highs between 85 to right around 90 degrees. We'll take a look at the showers that return as we head back to work. Your full forecast coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, that beautiful forecast for the weekend is no doubt welcome news for motorcyclists looking to enjoy a ride, but more motorcycles out on the roads means a greater chance for serious accidents. And
we've been looking at the statistics. This summer has already seen a higher number of deadly motorcycle crashes compared to the same time last year. Fox 61's Kaylee Collins has a few safety reminders.
Well, it is expected that there will be plenty of motorcyclists out on streets like these this weekend, but there have been several deadly motorcycle crashes in recent months, including one just on Thursday in Voluntown. And that's where efforts on both a driver and motorcyclist part comes in to reduce often preventable crashes. Many will be kicking off the nice weekend by hopping on a bike and hitting the road.
And it definitely makes other drivers a lot more aware when there's a lot more bikers out.
With a hike in the number of riders out on the roads comes a need for increased caution. According to the State Department of Transportation, here in Connecticut, over 50 motorcyclists are killed on our roadways each year. In 2022, there were 65 motorcycle fatalities in our state, the highest number in over 35 years. And those deaths are only on an upward trend.
You just got to be aware of motorcycles.
Doug Kroll is the owner of Bad Custom Cycle in Terryville. He's a rider himself and points to the increase in distracted driving that he's seen over the years.
You always have to pay attention twice as much if you're in a car. I don't ride as much as I used to because of that. You know, everybody's texting and driving and they don't pay attention anymore, and it's sad.
But just as drivers need to be mindful and follow the rules of the road, so do motorcyclists. Excessive speed and a lack of safety precautions can be a deadly combination. And though wearing a helmet is not state law in Connecticut for those over 18, some opt for the extra safety.
I wear all my gear, my jeans, my boots, jacket, of course, helmet. I've spoken to older guys who've been riding for longer and they choose not to wear one, and they've been riding their whole lives, and you know, it's their choice. I think especially for a new rider, it's good to wear one.
But I mean, that should be left to the rider. You know, we always say that, let the rider decide.
Peak season for motorcycle riding runs typically through September, so there's still plenty of time for riders, but also more time for crashes.
Just be aware of your surroundings because you never know. I mean, you always keep your head on a pivot, you know, People pulling out of the side street, they're not paying attention, they're on their phone. You never know.
You just watch out and you try to be as safe as you can.
And it's also recommended that motorcyclists make sure that all of their equipment is working properly and has been well maintained before they even go out and hit the roads. In Terryville tonight, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Kaylee, thanks. People living and working in 2 neighborhoods in Hartford have seen something new on their streets lately. Police officers walking a beat. As the city's interim police chief explained, it's a tried and true concept that he is reintroducing to the capital city.
Community policing is not new to Hartford. It's just this is a enhanced vision that I have for the department.
Now, 5 days ago, these officers were reassigned to walk beats in 3 neighborhoods based on crime maps, data, and location.
2 will walk Albany Avenue full-time, dedicated. 2 will walk Park Street full-time, dedicated, and 1 will walk the downtown beat.
We want to provide a strengthened bond with our community and our police officers, and we also want to make sure that our residents receive the highest quality services with this police department.
Yeah, Mayor Arunan Arulampalam and Chief Howell say they've already received positive reviews from the neighborhoods where the beat cops are on patrol.
Staying in the capital city now, 2 men were arrested today, busted in a child exploitation sting operation. Hartford police accused Christopher Cheong of New Britain and Jeffrey Cunningham of West Hartford of traveling to Hartford with the intention of exchanging money for sexual acts with a minor. Police say both suspects were taken into custody and face a litany of charges. They're both held on $500,000 bond.
A New Haven man faces charges tonight after police say he assaulted his child inside a Key Food supermarket. The man was reportedly caught on video surveillance kicking and hitting the 12-year-old. When police responded, they say the man refused to comply and tried leaving the building. Officers deployed a police canine who bit the man in the leg. The child was taken to a hospital for treatment and is now in the custody of DCF. The father was arrested on assault and reckless endangerment charges. State prosecutors say they are not pursuing charges against a Norwich pediatrician previously accused of sexual assault. Dr. Ravi Prakash was charged last month, accused of slapping a young female patient. He says it happened inadvertently, and after going over the evidence, the assistant state's attorney says they could not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Prakash committed any crime. The case was officially disposed of yesterday morning.
We have another update tonight on those tiny homes in New Haven. The people living there are not giving up their fight. Fox 61's Learn the Collective has filed an appeal to get the power back on and extend their permits. These temporary housing units are in a backyard on Rosette Street. They've given a group of unhoused people shelter, finally a place to call home. But just last week, the city had to cut the power to the tiny homes because a temporary state permit had expired. State law requires all residences have bathrooms, and these tiny homes do not. Meanwhile, today the city is celebrating the launch of its land bank program. The program's been in the works since 2021. The idea is to buy rundown properties and transform them into affordable housing. But the group who lives in those Rosette tiny homes surprised Mayor Elicker by interrupting his announcement.
We have one more speaker, and then I'm happy to talk with folks here.
Wait, in a year and a half to get housing? It's ridiculous. We got to do something.
Yeah, that's in large part what today is about.
The next meeting of the state's Code and Standards Committee is not until August 14th. That means the residents will go 19 more days without power, and certainly no air conditioning. We'll keep you updated.
Well, new developments tonight at supermarkets across Connecticut in response to concerns over possible listeria contamination in deli meats. Boar's Head recalled them after 2 deaths linked to the contamination. Big Y announced tonight it has reopened all of its delis after closing them temporarily to destroy all impacted products. Likewise, Stop & Shop says it discarded all deli meats and cheeses over the potential presence of listeria. Both chains spent today deep cleaning and sanitizing their delis and their slicing equipment. The recall includes Boar's Head liverwurst and 9 other varieties of deli meats produced between June 11th and July 17th. Look for sell-by dates of July 25th through August 30th, and when in doubt, throw it out. You can find more information about the recall on the free Fox 61 app and at our website, fox61.com.
An update to bring you out of Avon. We're told the dog thrown from a car last week is recovering from surgery and doing much better. She's since been named Amelia Earhart. When she was found, she had a broken pelvis. Thanks to generous donations from the community, Avon Animal Control has been able to pay for her surgery. They released this picture of Amelia today. Oh, look at that cute little thing. This is the first time she's been able to stand outside since she was injured. The search is still on for the person who abandoned her, though. In the meantime, Animal Control says Amelia has been adopted, and she'll continue to recover at her new forever home. Sweet face.